Hello students, welcome to SK classes. Our today's topic is chemical reaction. Let's start its definition. When two or more substances react with each other and form one and more than one new chemical substance is called chemical reaction. For an example, methane and oxygen reacts and gives out carbon dioxide and water, where methane and oxygen are reactants while carbon dioxide and water are products. First of all, we have to understand what are reactants and products. Those chemical substances which take part in a chemical reaction are known as reactants. In previous equation, methane and oxygen are the example of reactants. Now about products. Those new substances which obtained after chemical reaction are known as products. In previous example, we have given carbon dioxide and water are products. There are some substances which help in a chemical reaction. These substances are known as catalysts. Now I am going to define it. Those chemical substances which increases and decreases the rate of reaction without affecting the chemical reaction are known as catalysts. Example: palladium, hydrogen peroxide, and so on. Before knowing the type of chemical reaction, we must know about the chemical equation. So I am going to define it. The symbolic representation of a chemical reaction in the form of a symbol and formula. It is given by Jean Benguin. Example: CH4 plus 2O2 gives to CO2 plus 2H2O. There are two types of chemical equation. First of all, I am going to define balanced equation. A balanced chemical equation occurs when the number of the atoms involved in the reactant side is equal to the number of atoms in the product side. For example, nitrogen 2 atoms plus hydrogen 3 atoms, then it gives 2 ammonias, 2 NH3, where nitrogen has 2 and hydrogen has 6 atoms, while in product side nitrogen is 2 and hydrogen is 6. It means the number of reactants and the number of products has the same number of molecules or atoms. Second type of chemical equation is unbalanced equation. It is also known as skeletal equation. Now I am going to define it. Kindly noted it. A chemical equation in which the total number of atoms of each element on the reactant side is not equal to the number of atoms of the same element on the product side. For example, Mg plus O2 arrow MgO. Here Mg is 1 molecule while oxygen has also 2 atoms, but in product side Mg is 1 and oxygen is also 1, so it is unbalanced equation. Now we will discuss about the type of chemical reaction. So there are particularly 5 types of chemical reaction. Number 1 is combination reaction. Now I am going to define it. When two or more reactants reacts with each other and form a new single product is called combination reaction. For example, sulfur S plus oxygen 2 gives out SO2, only single product. Now the second type of chemical reaction is decomposition reaction. Now I am going to define it. A single reactant is decomposed or broken down into two or more products is called decomposition reaction. For example, two water molecules when decomposed then it gives two hydrogen and one single oxygen products. Now the third type of chemical reaction is displacement reaction. A chemical reaction in which a more reactive elements displaces a less reactive elements from its compound is known as displacement reaction. Example, Fe plus CuSO4 gives out FeSO4 plus Cu. Here Fe displaces Cu from its solution of copper sulfate. The fourth type of chemical reaction is double displacement reaction. I am going to define it. A chemical reaction in which two reactants exchange ions to form two new compounds is known as double displacement reaction. For example, AgNO3 plus NaCl gives out AgCl plus NaNO3. Here NO3 ions mix with the Na and Cl ions goes with Ag. So the ion exchange with each other. Fifth type of chemical reaction is redox reaction, but I am going to tell its two subordinate reaction, oxidation reaction and reduction reaction first. Now I am going to define oxidation reaction first. A chemical reaction in which a substance gains oxygen or loses electrons and hydrogen. For example, 2Mg plus O2 gives out 2MgO. Second subordinate reaction is reduction reaction. A chemical reaction in which loss of oxygen atoms from a molecules or the gaining of one or more electrons and hydrogen take place is called reduction reaction. For example, CuO plus Mg gives out Cu plus MgO. Now I am going to define redox reaction. A chemical reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place together. For example, Fe2 plus ion gives out Fe3 plus ion plus 1 electron is received, and Ca4 plus ion gives out 1 electrons and it remain Ce3 electrons. So the total equation is made Fe2 plus ion plus Ce4 plus ion gives out Fe3 plus ion plus Ce3 plus ion. Now today I am going to finish this topic here, and in next video I will continue this topic. I hope that you will like this video, and thanks for watching this video. Do like and share our video and subscribe our channel.